everybody, Doug Rucker here with Doug Rucker School and DougRuckerSchool.com and DougRuckerStore.com. It's early. It's about 3:40 in the morning on Friday, November 17th, and Ramundo, you'll see it's kind of dark over there, and I are pulling out, heading to Mansfield, Texas, right outside of Dallas, for the Wood Defender wood staining course. So we're supposed to leave at 4. Ramundo's here at 3:40. I love that. And so yeah, we're on the road, so I'll kind of be doing a video on everything that takes place at that training course. So we're going to go out and see how to stain wood, look at their products, look at their equipment, all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for all that coming up next. Well, once we arrived and got into the classroom, I was very impressed with the classroom setup. Just kind of how they had everything laid out. You could tell they were expecting about 30 to 35 people. And I'll tell you, once it started, it was full. Every chair was full. I was very impressed with the fact that this was kind of a all hands on deck from their company perspective. All of their office personnel, all of their field sales personnel, their reps, everybody was involved except from, the warehouse standpoint, the guys that were back in the warehouse making the stains and shipping and all of that. But all of their executive staff, if you will, were present and stayed through, the whole day. None of them left. They were there the whole time. And Roy was a fantastic teacher. He's the gentleman that led us in the classroom training. And he went over their brand, the products that they sell, how their products relate to other brands versus the Wood Defender. He went through estimating, how to estimate wood fence staining and cleaning, as well as decks. And then we went into job site considerations, fence restoration, how to apply the product, cleaning up on the job site. And then, of course, they offered their technical support. They're there 24/7. They've got several people. If you ever have a problem on a job, you just call in and they'll get somebody there that's going to be able to help you. So their technical support behind their product is absolutely stellar. You don't get that in a lot of places. So once you call in, whoever answers the phone, they're going to quickly go find somebody that can help you. They may have to call you back quickly while they find somebody, but most of the times I think they're able to just get somebody on the phone immediately. And then after the kind of towards the end, the last thing that they do is go over their commercial grade equipment that they have available for applying their stains. But they also talk about, just starting out, that you can start with pump up sprayers, backpack sprayers, things of that nature. Once the classroom portion was over with, the head of the company, I can't remember his name, but he took us through a tour of their warehouse and where their manufacturing facility. They don't allow pictures or video in there, and I don't blame them. They have some very unique things that they do. But I was very impressed with how pristine and how clean their manufacturing facility was. It was really good to see that portion of it, how everything is packaged, the equipment that they use to mix 5-gallon buckets and gallon jugs and all of that. So that was very cool. Once we got done with tour of the facility, the manufacturing facility, they then took us out to a section of wood that they have. And apparently they build this every time they're going to have a school, which is once a month, 11 months out of the year. The only time they don't do it is in December. And so we actually got to participate in spraying this fence that they have set up. And of course, I was like one of the first people that jumped on the opportunity to try to spray a little bit. And I haven't sprayed a whole lot of fences in my life, so it was very cool to be able to participate in that. And they encouraged anybody and everybody that wanted to to do that. Once we got done with the demo portion or the hands-on training where we could stain, we went over and got to see a unique piece of equipment called Stain Track that a couple of guys have built, that if you're building fences, it allows you to stain the pickets or the little fence pieces prior to installing the fence. So it was very cool to see that piece of equipment as well, something that they had designed and have had built, and I believe it's called Stain Track. So after that, we went and had a wonderful lunch. The food that was provided for both breakfast and lunch was just absolutely phenomenal. They had plenty of water on hand, plenty of sodas, pretty much anything you would want throughout the whole day. After lunch, we all boarded a big bus. You know, they had told us that we were going to shuttle to the job site, and I was thinking one of those little 10, 12 shuttle buses, but this was a big tour bus, very comfortable. The job site was about 10 minutes away, and we got to go and witness them actually staining a fence, them actually getting the stuff on the hinges and getting the stain on various parts that normally you would have to protect, but with their product, you don't have to do that because it's easy just to wipe it off. They even sprayed windows and let it sit for a while and showed how easy it was to remove the stain off the windows like it was never there. And so once we got done with that, I think we were there probably 30, 45 minutes to stain out a fence that was on a corner property. It was very cool to see that. Ask questions the whole time we were there. It was just awesome training. And then once we were done there, we went back to the facility, the training facility, where we were able to ask any questions, and then went over the equipment that they offer. And they offer various types of equipment, trailer rigs, all the way down to a pump up sprayer. So all kinds of equipment they have to meet pretty much any budget. If you're thinking about getting into wood fence cleaning and staining, as well as wood decks, then I would strongly recommend that you go down to Mansville, Texas. It's right outside of Houston, outside of Dallas, Texas. And I think they charge $279. You can take up to 4 people from your company at that price for this training. It's 1-day training, and I'll tell you, it is excellent training. They put a lot of information into a 1-day training that starts about 8 and is done by about 3. So I was very impressed of how everything flowed, how their time was utilized pretty much to the minute of what they wanted to cover. And the folks there are just super people, and they're just so willing to help you that I would strongly recommend that this is probably the best training I've ever seen, especially from a wood fence and wood deck training. I just can't highly recommend it enough. So if you have any questions about them and want to talk to me more about their training, there's just, one of the things I was really impressed from their product standpoint was that drip runs and mistakes are so easy to overcome, especially the drip runs. You don't even have to worry about the drip runs. It's going to soak into the fence. They show you how to keep the neighboring property from having fence bleed or the stain bleed run over onto the other side if the other side is not having their fence cleaned. They spend a lot of time on pricing, how to price jobs and show you how to do that. So I just can't recommend their training enough. And you can go to wooddefender.com to get signed up for their training, but we're going to be looking at selling their products. That's kind of how this all came about. And I am definitely going to be adding this to our arsenal, especially for our commercial properties and dumpster areas that have wood fences. It's just a no-brainer to me. Heck, I'm even considering getting one of their trailer rigs because I was just impressed. One of the things I loved about their product is they didn't even rinse their equipment out when they were done. The product that they have is manufactured so that it's not going to clog up nozzles. It's not going to clog up your hoses. So you don't have to spend time after the job is done rinsing everything out and all that's involved with that. You just roll up your hose and you head on to the next job or head home and get ready for the next day. So highly recommend this class. Anybody has any questions, let me know. But best thing to do is go to wooddefender.com, give them a call. But definitely you want to get signed up for this and learn how to stain fences and decks. And more importantly, I mean, doing it the right way, that is very important, especially on wood. And the folks at Wood Defender are definitely going to train you the right way and always be there for you anytime you need them. So again, go to wooddefender.com. If you have any questions that I can help you with, feel free to reach out to me. And hope this has been helpful for you guys. And have a blessed day. Y'all take care.